Subject matter of this YouTube clip is about installing the small pump to circulate the water, hot water in the system, and whenever you want to take a shower you don't need to wait or waste lots of water till you get the hot water out of your shower. So instantaneously you are going to have a hot water. I ordered this pump that is made by the Grundfos. Zoom on the name. It's a small pump. It does have a little timer on it, and it's being installed right in the outlet of the water heater. Water heater, it can be gas or electric. You just unhook the output, the hot water, and you put this one in between, and that's about it. This is for the water heater side. For the you do need to install the extra valve that is right in here inside this package. I will show you when I open them up and I install them all. In the farthest distance to your water heater, you're going to find the farthest sink that you do have, and you're installing that hardware. That is going to be these two pipe, these two hose, and a little connector pipe that is going to be inside of this. It has a thermostat in it in the farthest distance to your water heater. And the way that the system does work is this: you set up the time with the timer that you do have right in here, and for instance 6 o'clock in the morning the motor is going to come on, and you're telling them what time to goes off, and it's circulating the hot water with forcing the hot water, and return is coming back from your cold water. In that instant, after about, it just depended how far is your shower from the water heater, you need to keep the pump on. For instance, for 5 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes, the farther that you get, the longer you need to keep the pump on. And to doing that, they do have a 24 hours timer right in here. You can use that timer to set up the what time the pump coming on and going off. The wattage on this pump is very low, as you can see right in it. It's about 23 watt, so they're not going to cost that much, and you are going to save lots of water with this. Of course, this system has a shortfall. This timer is just 24 hours. You cannot program it for a week, and the bigger problem is this timer does not have a battery backup. So in case in the middle of the night or day your power goes off, then you are going to lose the timing, and then the time that the pump is coming on and going off is going to be not in the time that you want. Another solution is going to be keeping the pump in a on position all the time, plugging this to the timer that has a 7-day programming and has a battery backup, just like this. But again, this timer is going to have another shortfall, and that is going to be, for instance, in the middle of the day or night, if you decided to take a shower, that is not going to be the time that the timer is set up, so you're going to waste the water. The ultimate solution is going to be right in here. I'm going to use the Insteon timer and the remote control. This is going to be the remote control. I'm going to plug this is the controller, and this is going to be the motion sensor that I'm going to install on around the shower area somewhere. So every time that you go for the shower, you are going to trigger the timer. The timer is going to run the water. In 4 or 5 minutes, as much as you need, you're going to have a hot water. So I'm just going to plug this thing in the bottom of this timer right in here. Plug them in here. Plug this thing to the wall. Keep the pump all the time running. It's going to be controlled by this timer right in here. This is made by Insteon. Let me see if I can open this package and show you the This is going to be the motion sensor that I'm going to install. This is going to work with a 9-volt battery. Currently I installed a couple of this in my house. They are not using that much battery, and I'm changing the battery every 1 year. It takes a 9-volt battery every year or every 11 months or something like that. I need to change the battery on it. So how the system is going to work, whenever you go to the bathroom, this is going to send a signal. You can adjust the time for how long is keep the motor running. You can adjust it for 1 minute, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, just depending how long does it take the time till the water get hot. And then automatically the timer goes off. In that case, you are not going to waste a lot of water too. Again, as I explained them, this kit that it came with this brand, Grundfos, has all the necessary that you need to installing the system. Probably you need some Teflon tape that you can buy a roll of them from the Home Depot for $1 or so. So I'm just going to go ahead and install everything, and then actually maybe I add another clip where am I installing the pump in top of the water heater, and then I'm going to show under the sink the configuration that the other part of this kit is going to go, and we're going to see how it does work. This is the connector that I need to install under the sink. This is not just a connector. Inside of this pipe, they do have a little thermostat. One side of this is going to be hot water in, and it goes out from the other end, and this is going to be cold water coming in, and it goes to your sink. While the water is cool, the hot water side is cool because of the water that it stays inside the plumbing. Is going to start, when the pump is on, it's going to be pushing the hot water toward the cold water. When the temperature goes up on the water, it has a thermostat inside of this pipe and it's shutting them off, and it doesn't allow more hot water to come in and goes toward the cold water. Okay, right now I'm in a master bathroom that is almost in a west side of the house. So the water heater is in the middle of the house, right in the attic. I do need to have two of this kit that I'm going to install. One is going to be in the west side, one is going to be in the east side, because the water is coming from the water heater down, and it's one side goes toward the east, one side goes toward the west. This kit is going to be installed right in here. I got to shut off these two valves, install this little connection valve with a thermostat in there. Water is going to go in here, cold going this side on the right hand side, and hot is going to be in the left hand side. That's the standard. So I'm going to install this thing and show the video on that too. Okay, this is the connector that is done and put in place. It takes about 30 minutes, 25 minutes to put this connector together. When you're putting this connector together, make sure that you hand tie all of this knot first before using the wrench to tie them up completely. This is some sort of the plastic or composite right in here. You don't want to mess the thread on it. So cold water, hot water. Cold water is coming right in here. It's going up to the faucet. Again, hot water coming right in here. It goes up to the faucet. At the same time, the hot water can move toward the cold this way. And when the water gets very hot, inside of this connector right in here has a little thermostat that is shutting the circulation via this little bridge. This is the water heater that I do have in the attic right now. As we can see right in here, it has an inlet that is going to be the cold water. It has a little valve right in here that can shut them off, and this is going to be my hot water in this side. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to remove these screws from here, this nuts from here. Pump is going to go right in here, and this nut is going to go in the other side of the pump. To doing so, I have to shut the valve off, water off for the cold, and drain a bit of the water inside the water heater, that the pressure goes down while I'm opening this nuts right in here. The water doesn't pour out. Again, after I open the nuts, this pump is going to go ahead and sit just right in here between the outlet, that is the hot side of the water heater and outside. As you see right in here, I already installed the pump. It take about maybe 10 minutes. I didn't need even to use a Teflon tape. I just opened the top, the hot side, disconnect it, put the pump in between, and tie the hose in the other side. I opened the cold water already, and I'm checking to make sure it doesn't have no leak. It does have a drip pan under it that is going to go outside, but I don't want to have any the leak on it. So the next step is going to be just plugging them in, and I'm going to just plug them to the Insteon relay control that I do have, and that it will be controlled with a timer as well as the motion sensor. So this is the timer that is coming with it. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to set, as you can see, I don't know if it's going to be clear to be seen. The timer have a 3 mode: off, on, and timer. I'm just going to put them on the on and allow the Insteon to control the cycling of the pump. I turned on the pump. The pump is running. It's so quiet I can barely hear them right now. I can just touch it and feel the vibration. The noise or sound that it makes is so quiet I barely can hear it. Okay, this is the motion sensor that I installed inside the master bathroom. It's faced toward the way that if I get in a closet or if I want to use the restroom, it doesn't catch me. But if you get by the mirror for the sink, or if you get by the bathtub, it's going to trigger the pump on the water heater, and that is going to warm up the water inside the pipe. I set them up currently on 15 minutes or 20 minutes. It doesn't take that long to heat up the water inside the pipe, but for now I set them up at for 20 minutes. So every time this motion sensor get set, is gonna run the pump for about 20 minutes before it's shutting them off. Of course, at the same time, the timer for every day of the week, not on the weekend, it's going to come on, the programming to come on at 4:45 till 5:45. It's going to run because we're going to take a shower in that period. For any other time, we got to use the motion sensor. So when the motion sensor get activated, we're going to wait about 3 minutes or so, and then we can enter the shower. That's it.